Hello and welcome to some Crusader Games 2 with the Game of Thrones mod. Today we're going to be playing as House Stark in a war of conquest, that is Aegon Targaryen's time to shine really. This is when he decided he was going to create one of the greatest empires the world had ever seen. We, however, are not so much a fan of that. We're going to be playing in the north and we are going to be looking for our own self-interests. I want to play this game... here are my rules, by the way. If you want to pause the game and see what rules I have, you can go ahead, they are right there. I want to play this game relatively slow. I want to create stories with my characters. I want to be very involved with my family. I don't want to rush through everything and neglect everyone, and I don't want to try and use min-maxy tactics to get around things. I want to try and play as if my characters are actually in charge here. And yeah, well, there you go. Let's start off with our titles, really. We have an unmarried son. Well, let's introduce the family. We have King Torren of the North. This is us. Torren is known for being the man who knelt. He's known as Torren the King who knelt. When the Targaryens came north of their dragons, he, instead of sending all of his men to their inevitable death, he bowed down and surrendered. Here we have our wife, Queen Sansa of the North. She is of House Dustin. Dustin is... very good house. They used to be kings not too long ago, or at least descendants of kings. And what else do we have? We have a son here, Prince Brandon, a martial man, good at diplomacy, very good man here. We have Prince Jorah, another useful individual, and then we have Prince Donna. We also have our daughter, Princess Lyara, and we have our last son, Prince Aegon. There's also a brother here, but he's not part of our direct family, so he's not. He's a Snow. He's not a Stark, just a half brother. Anyway, let's get into things here. So we have 5 titles to be created. So I'm not going to create any of them. That's not necessary at the moment. We will have give Brandon Snow command over Moat Caelan because he is very good at his job. I'll give him a new dynasty here. Stat cast, not exactly what we're after. We'll call him. We'll give him the name of not Karstark. What was his name? His name is Brandon, so maybe we got Karstarks. What about... Whoops. What about House Bran Stark? Or Stark Bran? No, Bran Stark. Or Bran Stark. Yeah, let's take out the N there. House Brastark, whatever it is, we'll give him that. And let's try and find a meaningful sigil. It doesn't have to be the old one we have. It could be anything really. The Karstarks have the moon up there, but he's a more mystical man. So maybe something down the lines of that. We'll just keep on going until we find something that looks relatively relevant. Otherwise, we will go back to the wolves. In fact, let's just go back to the walls instead of spending a lot of time here. Give him a nice one. There's the bears. Here are the wolves. Okay, we'll give him a... we'll give him that, and we'll give him the colours inverted, perhaps. Yeah, let's do inverted colours. He's a bastard after all. White on black, the same as Karstark. There you go. House Brastark has been made. We'll arrange him a marriage between himself and no, not my daughter. He can find his own marriage. Let's sort out our own character. We need a focus. I'm going to base my focuses on my own traits and whatever. And I'm more of a martial-based man, so I'm going to go for hunting. Here we have our ambition, and I think trying to adopt a lifestyle is good for a man in their 40s. He's currently going through his midlife crisis, perhaps. So we'll do that. Important decisions are available. Going on a grand hunt is that. We will not do that just yet. But we also have all these children. And I am a strong believer in the wall. The wall has stood for thousands of years. It is the only thing that guards our realm from the realm beyond the wall. So House Stark should be great supporters of it. Now I do have a son here who I can send off. He's a good martial man who will do very well at the wall. So I can send him there. He will however not like me for it so much. He's only 16 years old and he's been sent off. But the time is now. With a heavy heart but a solemn sense of duty, you have sent one of your sons to take the Black and serve in the Night's Watch, protecting the realms of men. Winter is coming, and don't you forget it. There should always be a Stark on the wall and a Stark in Winterfell. As for my son here, he is the heir to the realm and he could use a wife. There are many good women around. There is the House of Karstark. They have these twin daughters here. One is quite martial based, the other one's a bit more of a balance. Rude, cynical, lustful, diligent, not the best. There is a Manderly lady over here, a little bit diplomacy, trusting, honourable, gregarious, envious. Maybe she's the type of person to be a better option. There is a Lady Reed down here, but she's a bit older. Brave, cruel, content, maybe not the best, terrible stats. I'm sure there's a Risewell. There is a Lady Risewell, she's 15. Zealot, proud, not the best of options. Is there a Glover? There is a Glover. 34, a bit too old. And I think there's an no, there's just the 35-year-old. Don't know about a Bolton. No, there is a Bolton girl here. She's brave, zealot, gregarious, family person. Actually, she might be the best option here. Brave, zealot, gregarious, and family person. I think Rachel Bolton here might be the best option for a future queen, or maybe as a marriage to my spare heir. I think that's what we'll do. We'll marry her to my second son, Jorah. And we'll marry, I think Lady Wyler was the better option here. Gregarious, honourable, trusting. Yes, we'll marry her to my heir. We'll have a double marriage here. As for my other son, won't worry about him. He's just doing what he does. And then we have our Princess Lyara here. We'll keep her in reserve. She's only 17 years old. We don't need to send our daughters out to the world. We'll keep her here where she is nice and safe. We need a captain of household guard. I'm going to make it my son and heir. Give him some duty, give him a job so he can get better. I will, however, not make him a bodyguard. We'll try and invite in some bodyguards. Court Jester, I will leave that, but the Keeper of Swans I will give to the House of Manderly. If they take it, they don't. The Keeper of the Horse will give to the House of Risewell. They do have the horse sigil. Master of the Hunt, the House of Bolton, maybe later after they accept the marriage. The High Almona is more of a religious thing. We'll give it to the House of Karstark. And then my cupbearer, we'll give that to somebody in the court. There's Hofus Kerwin, we'll give him the job. Then we have our commanders doing whatever it is they do. Brandon Stark, you should be a commander, and there's Desmond here, we'll replace him with Effin. Then we have a couple of 10s, but we'll leave them for now. Excellent, important decisions available, we'll ignore that for the moment, but we will continue with the game. We'll see if these marriages come through successfully. Some of your kin are unhappy that you granted the command of Moat Cailin to Master Brandon. Expected titles themselves, my damned sons. All hail his grace, King Torren of House Stark, the first of his name, King of the North, King of Winter, and the First Men, Lord of Winterfell and Protector of the Realm. Very good. Very happy to see that. Excellent. House Bolton here has accepted the marriage, so we will honour them with this title, Master of the Hunt. Very good for them. He's married to no one in particular, and he does have an heir here, Domeric Bolton. Who has a brother, Ramsay Bolton, who is serving at the Night's Watch. Very good for you, Ramsay Bolton. As for the marriage, we can go for everyone's concerned, but I'll base it back on his traits. He is a greedy man, so we'll say it is everyone's concern. We'll ask for a dowry. Excellent, 50 gold, very useful amount. We'll then send him on abroad. He's not needed at home just yet, so we'll send him abroad to become a better man. Propose a foreign tour. He says no. He doesn't want to do it, and I'm very disappointed. We'll have an attempt to send our second son, Prince Donner. He's not doing anything at the moment, so we'll see if he wants to go abroad. Excellent. Your son, Donner, seemed excited at your proposal and has agreed to undertake a tour of foreign lands in the name of House Stark. He will travel a number of months using your coin to charter a ship that will depart from Winterfell in the coming days. I doubt it will depart from Winterfell. Maybe from White Harbour. We'll not send him to find a spouse. We'll send him to come back a better man. Excellent. It's a shame that Jorah will not accept it, but he is the spare heir. We'll not host him a wedding feast. It's only the second son. It's not that important. We could award him Court Jester, perhaps. He did turn us down there, but no, we won't embarrass him. Won't make him keep his swans either. We'll wait on that for our other son. Excellent. The House of Manderly has accepted the suggestions. We will award him the Keeper of the Swans. Terrific. But my first son here is a big deal. He is the heir to land being married, so we'll grant him a wedding feast if it is an option. Doesn't appear to be at the moment. We'll see if it does become an option. It should be an option. Why can we not host a wedding feast? Excellent. As for you, you are an ambitious, proud man, a bit more honest. Maybe you'd care a bit more about your prestige, as you are an honourable man. The prestige does go to me, but I want to still play the decisions as if it is them choosing, so we'll have them respect wealth. Recently wed, good for you. Can we? Yes, we can host a wedding feast, and so we shall. Very expensive, but all of our vassals will be there. It's a good reason to unite the realm. Excellent. I do need bodyguards, however, so what we'll do is we'll go through our realm and we'll find the best fighters who are willing to join us. Men, of course. They don't need to be highborn, they just need to know how to fight. So we'll start with formidable, none. Skilled fighter. Excellent. We'll simply go by people who look like they're useful, I guess. Kind, stubborn, arbitrary, ambitious. We don't want ambitious people too much. Zealots. There is a Hornwood. Maybe he could be a good bodyguard. No, I want people 50 and over, ideally. So maybe let's just start from the top and see what we find. Level 70, we'll invite you over. I'm looking at deck combat here. 70 will do, 60 will do, 60 will do again. Wait, good. Craig Guard is 40, 90 for Darren, we'll invite him over. I believe that's 4, and then we'll finish up with Errol here. Invite him over. We don't, it's not too important about their traits, but we will get some good bodyguards over to guard around the castle. Your son, Prince Donna, has recently sent word from Lauter Bay, where he has just arrived on his tour. This is a place in Mir. He is currently enjoying hospitality and will be a guest of honour at an upcoming feast. Good for you, Prince Donna. A famous herald, well-versed in diplomatic protocol, has arrived at our court. He goes by the name of Torren Gist, and is proposing his services to us. Our chamberlain is saying that we can make good use of this man. It costs us 10 gold, he doesn't have any good traits at all, so we will not accept this man. Excellent, bodyguards will start to flow in. Need a bodyguard there, good sir. You can be the bodyguard as well. It would be nice if my bodyguards, if the bodyguard trait gave the individuals who took it a sort of helmet. Like the Kingsguard has their white helmets, maybe this guy could have a Northman helmet. Because this is essentially the King's Guard. So hopefully they do their job with honour. The Travelling Bards first played for us, and while dancing to a fast and glad tune, which made me want to dance, invited everyone to dance. I danced until I panted and my face was red, then I had to sit down and rest for a while. Watching the dancers' court is having more fun than in a long time. I'd like to hire you for the wedding. All great fun, but my guess is too obvious. No, we'll hide his men for the wedding. As for this, he is a proud man. He would want a expensive wedding, but it is me ultimately paying for it, so I'm quite content and humble. So we'll simply spend enough to make it nice. The house, however, has not wanted to go to debt. Most preparations for the wedding have been made. Now I can only send out the invitations. Excellent, we will do that. The fire blasted right past my face, and I felt how my hair started to curl away from the fire. The fire eater had been a bit too careless for my tastes, but here's Troop and he, clearly greatly skilled. Guess would be impressive if they were to entertain the feast they would. It drives us into a little bit more debt, which is a shame. It's not fun being in debt, with the chaos happening down here in the south of the realm. My brother, did you marry to all he did to a lady bolt? How's brass star? The guests have finally arrived. All is ready. The servants have worked day and night to prepare and decorate the dance hall. While its gown is splendid and the castle has never looked lovelier. Excellent. Our guests will be greeted. Now Wyler Manley and Brandon Stark stand before a heart tree of the old gods to take up a solemn vow of marriage. The great lords and ladies of the north look on as he drapes the arms of House Stark around the bride to finally seal their marriage. Now for the feast. Hey, Brandon. Dear Torrin, I would like to invite you to join me in a small gathering of friends to dine and drink and forget about the world outside for a little while. Lord Locke. Excellent, I'll join you. You are my, what is this job? You are, after all, our Master of Laws, so I will definitely join you over there. Master of Coin is not the best man for the job, but there's not really many lords we can put in his place. We'll leave him there. Master of Whisper is also doing a very good job, very good for him. Everyone here is doing good jobs. Unfortunately I can't have it because I am busy. That's a shame. It would have been nice to go and gain some extra relation with our vassals. The feast is winding down and now only the bedding remains. Brandon and Wyler are stripped of all garments by the revelers, who make many a bawdy joke along the way. They are finally bundled to their bedchamber, where they are finally left alone. A very interesting custom, but good for these individuals. Good for them indeed. Who did you marry? Ah, Lady Karstark. Who did you marry? Some milady. Next, my daughter unmarried, but we don't need to rush her off. She's good where she is. A fine tradition. A fine tradition indeed. An excellent tradition, and the family is out of debt. Skane over here would be a good little place to colonise one day. They want to create a treasury, do they? Excellent. The Lords of Skane, they do have their own religion, but they have their own culture and religion, but they are loyal. They are loyal as they can be. A bit weird, but loyal. Look at his face paint. Ugly man, eh? The morning after the wedding feast has come, and all of the lords and ladies are finally making their way home. All agree it was a fine celebration, and many predict that the newlyweds shall be most content. Excellent. Many prestige for us. King Torrin, a great melee in the northern tradition is to be held in North Road. I urge you to come and take part and prove your prowess in battle. Sure. I'm a brave man, am I not? I'm brave. Let's go and prove my strength. I'm sure this wouldn't have any negative effects at all. How's my son doing? This might be special interest there. He'll get over it one day. And dearest wife, she probably isn't such a fan. It doesn't even affect her. What is this? North Road melee. Charge in a second. We could try and imprison this man. We are a just individual and he has broken the law, but let's see what his crime is first before we pass judgment. He seeks to replace a man to join our council. Could we just simply ask him to stop? It's not like he's trying to kill anyone. The early stages of the melee were chaotic and frenzied, and has left the field trampled and villages half torn down. Many have been forced to leave the battle either by injury or defeat. Many at your hand. Now you stand among the remaining warriors to begin the final melee. Charge! Your son Prince Donna has recently arrived in Cohor whilst on his foreign tour. There he has been invited to many feasts and events by local dignitaries, and was even invited as a guest of honour to the wedding of Malan and Cosimo, hosted by Magister Mero Barot. Ah, very good. Mr. Borat over here. You and Edarian not sight each other, do we now? Let's see if I can take this man up. What's this? Dear Torrin, I'd like you to join me in a feast to a small gathering of friends. Of course I'll come. Later on though. Currently a bit busy. As for this, he's a craven, so he'll be no match for my might. Strike him down at once. It is over. Good. We'll have him back on his feet, and victory's mine. Excellent. The Lord Aurel Crowell here has seen that my demand is just. Terrific. What's this? After you force Edarian to concede defeat, he removes himself. Excellent. Yes. You and Domeric sight each other. Alright, let's see what you do with this man here. I will defeat him. What's this? Marlon Norrie and Hallis Norrie sight each other engaged in combat. After this duel, Marlon prevailed, forcing Hallis to yield. However, everyone is shocked when the yield is rejected and he slays him. He slew his own brother. Why would you do such a thing? You're now known as a kinslayer and dishonored man. You fought bravely, sure, but this is surely against the law. Increase my tyranny. This man is a kinslayer. must be arrested and seen to deal with his crimes. I'm a just man. It is just that this man is seen to punishment. We'll see if we can kidnap him. Nobody will like him, but we'll see if we can kidnap this man. Arrest is the real word, not kidnap. We'll see if we can arrest him, and we'll see if we can send him to a Domeric. Excellent, he's a bit more of a brave man, so we'll see if one mistake is all he'll get. We'll strike him down, he'll react, and we will defeat him. Excellent, we'll pull him back up to his feet. Victory is mine, and he knew the risks. Next up is Marlon Norrie, a very bad man. We'll see if we can defeat him. He's a good fighter, he's kind of honest. He's honest about hitting his brother, but kind, I must disagree with you there. He'll be no match for my might. I forcibly overwhelm his defensive stance. It's all over now. I accept his defeat. Victory belongs to House Stark. Who do we have now? Hally's Norse. A much better fighter here. What is it? Seems Sophia, the spy master of the Lord, has been sent to Northrop to investigate the plot. Maybe he should be silenced before. 33% chance it is revealed. As for you, you're a much better fighter. I will take a defensive stance. You will not even manage to touch me. I will then strike, be all over. Excellent, we have defeated this man. The plot is discovered, and he has informed his lord they better not interrupt my scheme. As for this, I have defeated this man here, and all glory to me in the realm. Excellent, what I'll do for the first episode, I hope you look forward to enjoying this here campaign. We might, can't quite take that, that's a shame. Need one of those. But yes, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy this campaign. If you want to support the channel even further, there is a Patreon link down below. There is also a Discord server. You can also leave a like. Everything like this does go a long way in supporting the channel. I hope you all tune in for the future of this series. I look forward to see you guys next time. Again, thank you for watching. Goodbye.